Section 27, Professional Standards Hearings. A few weeks after attending the Realtor Association meeting, Sarah received an invitation to observe a professional standards hearing as part of a new member educational program. "I've never seen one before," she told David. "Most realtors haven't," he replied, "and that's probably a good thing." Sarah laughed. "I guess that means they've never been involved in one." "Exactly." As they walked into the association office, David reminded her that the hearing wasn't about embarrassing anyone or choosing a winner. The purpose is to determine whether the realtor complied with the Code of Ethics. Before the hearing began, David explained that the process follows procedures established by the National Association of Realtors Code of Ethics and Arbitration Manual. These procedures are designed to provide both parties with a fair opportunity to present evidence while maintaining the integrity of the profession. Imagine you're representing a buyer in Tempe. After closing, another realtor believes you intentionally failed to disclose important information during the transaction and files an ethics complaint alleging a violation of Article 2. If the complaint moves forward, both realtors may be invited to participate in a professional standards hearing. Sarah asked, "Who decides what happened?" David explained that the hearing is conducted by a panel of trained realtor members who serve as volunteers. Their responsibility is to carefully review the facts, listen to testimony, evaluate documents, and determine whether the evidence supports a violation of the Realtor Code of Ethics. "This isn't about personal opinions," David explained. "It's about evidence. Both parties have an opportunity to explain what occurred, provide supporting documentation, answer questions, and respond to the other party's statements. The panel may review purchase contracts, emails, text messages, MLS history, advertising, disclosures, and any other information that helps explain the events surrounding the transaction." Sarah noticed that everything seemed very professional. "There isn't much arguing," she whispered. David smiled. "That's intentional. Professional standards hearings are designed to encourage respectful communication. Everyone participating is expected to conduct themselves professionally throughout the process." David shared another story from his career. Several years earlier, two realtors disagreed over whether confidential information had been disclosed during negotiations. Both believed they were right. However, one realtor had carefully documented every conversation and confirmed important discussions in writing. The written documentation provided a clear timeline of events, allowing the panel to understand exactly what had occurred. "The documentation didn't just help the panel," David explained. "It helped everyone understand the facts." Experienced realtors know that documentation often becomes the strongest evidence in any dispute. That's why confirming important conversations with follow-up emails, maintaining organized transaction files, and communicating clearly throughout the transaction are such valuable habits. Sarah asked one final question. "What happens if the panel determines a violation occurred?" David explained that the professional standards process is intended to educate as well as enforce ethical standards. Depending on the circumstances, the panel may impose disciplinary measures authorized under the National Association of Realtors policies. These actions are designed to encourage future compliance with the Code of Ethics and maintain public confidence in the profession. "The goal isn't punishment," David said. "The goal is accountability and professionalism." He reminded Sarah that most realtors will never appear before a professional standards hearing because they consistently communicate honestly, document their files, and follow both Arizona law and the Realtor Code of Ethics. Professional realtors understand that every transaction is an opportunity to demonstrate integrity. When honesty, documentation, and professionalism become daily habits, complaints become much less likely. As we continue through this chapter, we'll examine another important part of the realtor professional standards process, arbitration, and how commission disputes differ from ethics complaints. Online discussion 1. What is the purpose of a realtor professional standards hearing? Answer. A professional standards hearing determines whether a realtor complied with the Realtor Code of Ethics. The hearing focuses on the evidence presented and helps maintain professionalism and public confidence in the real estate industry. 2. Why is documentation so important during a professional standards hearing? Answer. Documentation provides objective evidence of what occurred during a transaction. Contracts, emails, disclosures, and text messages help establish the facts, reduce misunderstandings, and allow the hearing panel to make informed decisions based on evidence rather than conflicting memories. 3. How can realtors reduce the likelihood of becoming involved in an ethics hearing? Answer. Realtors can reduce risk by communicating honestly, documenting important conversations, following the Code of Ethics, maintaining complete transaction files, and consulting their broker whenever questions arise. Professionalism and consistency are the best forms of prevention.